So imagine the game that you love being filled with people trying to steal from you. Every single day you log in and there they are, constantly scamming people. And the developer of the game has done absolutely nothing to try to stop it. Things have gotten so bad that you've decided to take matters into your own hands by calling these people out across multiple YouTube videos you've posted to your own channel. But now, because you decided to speak out, those same scammers are threatening your life. Alright guys, we have a YouTube channel, and you should subscribe to it. Why? Well, for one, it helps us figure out what stories you want to see more of, and then it helps us track them down. Reason number two, well, there is no reason number two, just subscribe already. Recently, RuneScape YouTuber KempQ decided to investigate two pretty popular but shady aspects of the game: the Duel Arena and what's referred to as staking.
This place has festered one of the most toxic communities in online gaming.
And because he decided to expose this connected group of scammers, KempQ is now getting death threats. We'll dive into his story in just a second, but first, I gotta give you some context. Now, the Duel Arena is exactly what it sounds like. It's an arena in the middle of the desert where players go to fight each other. And staking is where players gamble or stake their gold in the Duel Arena. The gambling aspect of staking comes in because typically, both players agree to fight by the same set of rules while using the same basic weapons, essentially turning what's normally a skill-based fight into a coin flip.
I bring the shit. I need a tank here or I lose. Give me one tanker right now. I lost. Even if I spec, I can't hit a 57, bro. He had double 25s.
Now, according to KempQ, the Duel Arena was originally meant as a place where players could host friendly duels without putting any crazy money on the line. But the problem is, the Duel Arena has been literally overrun with people trying to scam players out of their gold.
I guess this is most easily observed at the Duel Arena, where there would usually be a lot of people advertising for fun stakes, just like you don't stake any money or anything, you just do friendly duels with your friends, where that has happened less and less over the years, and now that doesn't happen at all. All of the entirety of the Duel Arena right now is simply just people that are trying to manipulate others to make profit for themselves. It's very clear to even a lay viewer that the Duel Arena is just completely for people to make money from innocent players.
There are a ton of different scams happening within the Duel Arena. Hell, we can make a standalone video going over all of them. You've got players DDoSing servers, you've got players pulling a fast one and subtly changing the rules of a duel so they can get an advantage. The list goes on.
This guy is attempting the old switch the combat style trick, one of the more common scams.
And most of these scams, in one way or another, are related to a concept called real-world trading. Now, this part is kinda complicated, so just stick with me. See, RuneScape has this market economy where gold, which is the currency of the game, has actual real-world value. Much like any market, the real-world price of gold fluctuates based on a bunch of different factors. So because you can buy and sell gold from these shady third-party websites, scammers are doing everything they can to hijack your gold and then turning around and selling it for an actual profit. And just to be crystal clear here, I said it in our Autoblock video and I'll say it again, real-world trading is not allowed. It is against developer Jagex's rules and your account will be banned if you're caught.
So gambling was essentially taken out of RuneScape. Or was it? There's one exception, the Duel Arena. And with the ability to sell in-game GP for real-world currency, players will do anything to take your money from you. But these are the reasons why real-world trade needs to be against the rules, because a small part of the player base doesn't see this as a game. They see it as a way to make real-life money.
Alright, so let's just recap where we are so far. We have an almost 20-year-old game that millions of people love to play, but in one very specific part of it, it's a complete mess. Now, you might be wondering at this point why Jagex hasn't tried to fix this problem or gotten rid of the Duel Arena entirely. See, the thing is, there's a bit of a civil war happening in RuneScape with the community divided on a ton of issues. One of which happens to be the Duel Arena and how it's used to exploit people. And despite the fact that a lot of people see it as a giant problem, just as many people still seemingly enjoy it. And while Jagex says they have plans to tweak the Duel Arena, its continued popularity is why they haven't gotten rid of it entirely. This is something Asmongold talked to a Jagex developer about in a recent interview.
So what we're seeing at the moment is quite a vocal message from the community, which is we want to see you kind of dismantle the arena or tackle types of content around the dueling arena to mitigate the really negative types of communities around it.
Okay, but let's get back to Kemp Q. He's been playing RuneScape for 14 years, and he's been talking about these issues for a long ass time now. So pretty quickly after publishing his investigation in early November, Kemp Q started getting death threats from people who literally make their living off of scamming people in the duel arena in old school RuneScape. And let me tell you, some of these threats are f***ing wild. They threatened to SWAT him, to torpedo his house if he didn't take down the videos, and there were some truly alarming messages about hiring hitmen to come kill him. All the while, KempQ is trolling these scammers by offering to take down his videos if they donate 50 grand to a charity GoFundMe. Now, clearly, he rattled these people with the 3 videos that he put out, which got me wondering why. What's at stake for these scammers? The answer is, as RuneScape YouTuber Crumb points out, a potential ton of money.
You know, there's many businesses in the RuneScape black market that are netting in the high 6 figures and low 7-figure ranges. And these gold sites were no exception to that. In fact, they were on the very high end. We're talking about $1 million businesses.
And according to KempQ, this isn't just a few Joe Schmo morons threatening kids. It's a connected group of people who all know each other, who all scam people through real-world trading, and who, as we've seen, will try to destroy you if you talk about them.
There's a highly organized criminal ring revolving around the duel arena, and they have their hands in lots of different pockets, and they're able to get information about people on the internet, and they have a lot of, they probably hire personal investigators to research people and try to get their information so that they can either dox them or threaten them with something.
And just to drive this point home even further, KempQ is not the first person to try to expose what the hell is going on in the duel arena. According to him, 4 other RuneScape YouTubers have made videos trying to expose this problem, only to pull them down later once they experience death threats and harassment of their own.
Something that really surprised me when I started looking into this more deeply was the fact that 4 other content creators on YouTube had already been threatened. Their lives have been threatened, their livelihoods, their Facebook accounts have been compromised, bomb threats have been called in. That's the thing that most surprised me about this, is that other people have already tried to cover this story, but I'm the only one that's, kind of still standing, because all the other videos have been taken down because the people that are scamming at the duel arena have kind of bullied these other content creators into submission.
But instead of pulling his videos down and keeping quiet, KempQ tried a different tactic and actually doubled down. He's made 2 videos about the death threats and harassment he's gotten. The thinking being that if I continue to call these dudes out, they'll have nowhere left to hide.
They should have realized by now, I don't care that they're making money from this game. I care that they're being malevolent and manipulative while they do it, and their toxicity needs to be cleaved out from a community that I've been a part of for 14 years. They don't care about any of us. They just want their money and will do anything to get it.
It's pretty crazy to me that 4 different YouTubers can be bullied into silence and another one can be actively receiving death threats, and the developer Jagex does not see an immediate need to address the duel arena as a problem. Don't get me wrong, it's pretty f***ing cool that RuneScape is this deep and offers hours and hours and hours of content. But honestly, you have to ask the question, what is the popularity of that content worth if people's lives are being put at risk because of it?
Devin, I actually have some breaking news for you that I think you may not have seen
Okay.
yet.
Alright, breaking news.
The makers of Hitman,
Oh shit,
Their
IO
next-
Interactive, okay.
their next project is a 007 hit.
Oh, that is fucking sick.
I've
Dude.
never in my life heard of a more Devin game.
That is so fucking cool.
I know that you're a huge Hitman stan,
Yes.
and I know that you love James Bond, so...
Listen,
There you
honestly,
go.
you take Hitman, changing disguises, having to like go to cool parties and like make sure you don't get noticed, and then you add in all of the like. I'll do that one more time. Just need some liquids here.
Who wants coffee? I just made a fresh pot of coffee. Does anybody want coffee?